To celebrate the Platinum Jubilee of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, the museum has decided to make a short film about St Neots' links to royalty. For many centuries, St Neots Market Square has been the heart of the town, and this is where royal events have been celebrated down the years. The glory days of the St Neots Priory were in the 1200s, and King Henry III visited the priory 3 times in the 1200s. Members of the royal family passed close to St Neots as they travelled the country. In 1835, Princess Victoria and her party stopped to change horses at the Cock Inn on the Great North Road in Eton-Soken. There, she was charmed by the landlord's young daughter and is reputed to have said, "What a pretty child, I should like to kiss her." And the child was held up and the princess kissed her. Once Victoria became queen, she and her husband, Prince Albert, became hugely popular. When their eldest son, Prince Albert, married Princess Alexandra of Denmark in 1863, the whole country celebrated. This photograph shows the decorations put up in Cambridge Street, St Neots. In 1870, when local baker Joseph Barringer heard that Queen Victoria would be travelling by train along the Great Northern Line and stopping at Peterborough, he determined to present the Queen with a bunch of grapes he had grown in his own heated greenhouse. He travelled to Peterborough station and was allowed to present the grapes to Victoria on his best silver salver. They were graciously received. But Mr. Barringer never saw his silver salver again. Many years later, in 1897, Queen Victoria celebrated 60 years on the throne, her Diamond Jubilee. A national bank holiday was declared. In St Neots, a committee was formed and organised a whole range of celebrations. In 1935, King George V celebrated his Silver Jubilee. And again, across the country, the flags and bunting were put out. This photograph shows well-known local sportsman Laurie Evans conducting the singing of God Save the King on the Market Square. In 1937, the town was celebrating the coronation of George VI, the father of the present Queen. This photograph shows the butcher's shop of John Rains Smith on St Neots High Street, with the flags out and his new fleet of delivery vans parked outside. And the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II cheered up the tough years of the 1950s after the Second World War. These photographs give a glimpse of the street celebrations and children's parties held locally. In recent years, more local people have met members of the wider royal family. In 1980, Mike van der Kerkhoff began working with the Prince's Trust, raising and distributing funds to support young people. This photo from 1992 shows him meeting Prince Charles in Cambridge at a major fundraising event. In 1987, local teacher Jeff Watts took a group of Ernolf schoolchildren to see Princess Anne open Wood Green Animal Centre. A few years later, in 1992, Princess Anne opened the new Bedford Disabled Horse Riding Association Centre at Willington and met Ivan Twigden of St Neots, who had donated the land for the centre. Local people have also been honoured over the years in the Queen's New Year Honours List. In 2006, local teacher and magistrate Jeff Watts was awarded the MBE for his services to education after teaching at Ernolf School for 32 years. And in 2013, Richard Shaw, who now lives in St Neots, received an MBE from the Queen for his volunteering and fundraising with cancer charities in Norfolk. 2012 marked the Queen's Golden Jubilee, and Her Majesty attended a series of Jubilee garden parties across the country, including one at Burley House, Stamford, which was attended by local people chosen to represent St Neots. Here the Queen waves to well-wishers as she arrives at the event. We send Her Majesty our congratulations on her Platinum Jubilee, marking a life of incredible service to the people of her country.